Hello everyone and welcome to another video with me, Rays, and it feels like I have not been making much videos lately. It's probably because I haven't. I've been just so busy this last week or whatever. I don't even know how long it's been. Just trying to keeping up with stream schedule as well as doing as much as I need to do at work lately. Has been really difficult, and I'm behind on my sleep, and I am just incredibly tired. So some things I haven't made a video about, like obviously talking a little bit about the data from Aerith and Red 13. You know, maybe we'll do a video about that. I still haven't done a couple of other JP videos that I really would like to do, and I haven't been able to do the Epic 7 videos I would like to do either because it's just been that busy. Anyway, but today in the JP side, we definitely have some news, as it is currently at E3. E3 does bring some promise of new things, and one of the big things at Square Enix this year was Secret of Mana over on the global side. Announcing the Secret of Mana collection, which I believe already came out, or, well, I don't believe that's the official title, but it's like a collection of a whole bunch of Secret of Mana games, which is pretty cool for the West, as well as a Secret of Mana 3 game, I do believe, coming out later. Again, here's the thing. I'm not the biggest fan of Secret of Mana. I mean, I definitely have heard of it, and I have played at least some of the games, but it's never been the series that I've been overly attached to. So I've never been the biggest, you know, like, oh my god, thank god, oh, I can't believe it's happening. But I can still respect that it is a part of, you know, video game history, and there are definitely some big fans out there. And even Global is going to be getting Secret of Mana shortly, which isn't that surprising. Parasite's Eve, on the other hand, well, I guess they're going to have to do something with that before anything, you know, actually happens. And yes, I have heard a little bit about Katy Perry and everything. Haven't had time to look at it, so let's just talk about this new event. So what is going on? Well, it is a Senken Densetsu 3 or Secret of Mana 3 collaboration with a Mog King event. For anybody who's keeping track, that's 2 Mog Kings events this time. They are going to be limited characters as they are a collaboration. Whether or not they will be more powerful than some of the other characters out there, well, we'll have to wait and see, but that'll be another video. It'll be lasting from the 14th to the 22nd, so not a very long time. I'll be very curious about whether or not this is like an event point system or anything, because what I do believe was said in here that Nasdaq put, I mean, this event looks to be like have the repeat of equipment and everything, which should mean that the event is old and probably won't have too terribly much to it, but maybe it will, I guess. We'll find out. But the new characters, of course, are Duran, and Angela. 2 characters that I'm not overly familiar with. I do know some of the old characters, like I knew Hawkeye and I knew Riaz, but Duran and Angela are starting to get into the area where I just don't remember it. Anyway, the feature banner will last from the 14th to the 22nd. Rainbows are limited to collaboration units, so that's pretty cool, because you know, if you want these characters, then it makes it at least slightly easier to get them. Although it should be noted that Riaz, Hawkeye, and I believe it's Kevin, right? Their kits have pretty much already been decided by this point on the JP side. In other words, like, they're not going to get any better. They've already gotten their enhancements and everything. So those units are probably going to be you just really behind on the power. So, but who knows? Maybe Duran and Angela will be really good. Duran, to start, has a TMR accessory, 40 attack, 30% dark resistance, 20% extra attack with sword, 60%, and dark resistance for a sword user. Pretty strong TMR. Super TMR 2-handed sword 175 attack, dark element, two-handed. This I don't feel overly great about because the dark element just doesn't have a great track record with bosses. Or it seems, or let's put it this way. Dark is one of the least desired elements to me because if there are bosses, it seems like they, more often demon or something, and they're going to be dark resistant. So not super crazy about dark. Also, it's a true dual hand sword, which is, not as powerful as true dual wield. So it's fine though. AoE dark damage and imperil. Looking at his skill preview, he has a single target damage 2 times, a self dark resistance up, damage mods up, and limit burst damage up. Enables triple cast for the next turn. Enables another ability for one-time use, which is a self dark resistant element up and damage mods and limit burst damage up. So just off of that, seems like he will be heavily into doing a lot of damage from his limit burst. Also upping his mods is a little Axe Star-ish, so it could be interesting if the mods are high enough. 7-star, single target 2 times, heavy damage, fire, ice, dark, imperil, and enables a ability on the next turn, which is a single target 3 times defense, ignoring damage. So seems like a lot of his kit is based around, unlocking abilities, powering up abilities. It depends, but the big question nowadays with these kind of units, especially for at least for the JP side, is a question of, well, if you're going to make a unit with damage up, are the buffs permanent? Like, if the buffs are only for a certain amount of time, are they enough time that the kit flows nicely? He seems to only have one element, but there might be another element in his kit. Alum hasn't been super great about posting all the information in these things anymore. Like, there are times where we get the units kit, and it's like, oh, there are extra elements. Alum probably could have done a better job advertising this unit. So, Duran seems to be a fairly interesting dark unit, but until I see the rest of his kit, it really depends on, I think, those modifiers and how much limit burst damage he's actually putting out, as DPS is just a really, really competitive category recently. Like, it is just so competitive that you need to, like, if you're really looking to be a really good DPS right now, if you're kind of shooting for the top, if you're a little bit below, I can kind of understand. This isn't a fest unit, and the rainbow pool is limited to secret of mana units, which definitely makes me think it will be not yeah, just, we'll have to wait and see. Continuing on, Angela. Angela has a TMR robe, 31 defense, 65 magic, 20% light and dark resistance. Really, really high magic TMR. Like, that feels almost like a super TMR, but 31 defense, 65 magic. It's just a really, really strong TMR. Super TMR materia, 70% magic, as well as magic equipped, true dual hand and charm resistance. I'm real split on this one, because currently true dual wield magic is kind of the better thing to have, from all my knowledge. True dual hand, not quite as exciting, but this seems like a high amount of magic plus charm resistance, and that is something worth noting. That is potentially really good, depending on whether or not charm shows up. But continuing on the rest of our kit, limit burst, self magic up, AoE, spirit, ignoring magic damage. Skill preview includes a couple of abilities that are AoE, ice, earth, and dark AoE magic damage with spirit down, which just might as well right now check off the box. that says, oh, that's interesting, right in the middle of recording. My monitor shut off. Thanks! Thanks. I don't know who's to blame for that one. If the recording ended up being weird because of that, apologies. Anyway, continuing on, that just totally threw me off. Basically, Chaos Wave chaining here on the JP side is what this means. It might be SR chaining, but I'm willing to bet that it'll be Chaos Wave, because that's 90% of the mages on the JP side right now, so not overly feeling promising about that, but at the same time, there's nothing wrong with it either. Continuing on, AoE 2 times dark element magic damage and probability of causing death. Death is fairly not exciting, as if you're looking for trials and bosses are completely immune to it. And I guess in Arena might be okay, but it depends if those abilities can be used, and the answer is probably not, because I think most instant death abilities are banned in Arena for just that reason. So I guess nice flavor text, but not much else there. Self magic up, MP refresh, and damage mods up enables a other ability, which is quadricasting. So it seems that Angela will be kind of a... There's nothing in the skill preview that really makes Angela stand out to me as being different from a lot of other units we've seen. She seems like, well, I mean, here's a new mage. The question is, will she be tanky? Because that's kind of where mages have been lately in terms of progression, is they've been either fairly tanky or fairly... just so that they're fairly strong about surviving a lot of damage and still dishing out some power. There is a good chance that Angela could be a fairly highly top-tier mage, but I'm kind of hoping for some more exciting chaining than just Chaos Wave with her, because then if she is Stardust Ray Chainer, she might have just some interesting synergy options with some other characters. So you never know. We'll have to wait and see. That will be coming out with the data mine, which will be on tomorrow. Oh, that's quick. So yeah, we'll take a peek at them tomorrow and see what else, but fairly short video because I have to go live stream now. So see ya next time.